Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 28th of September, comes to you from London. And the dollar continues to just trend higher here on this short-term chart. We're seeing quite a move now off the bottom, taking us really to testing mid-August levels. So about 6-week highs here, and we are just seeing this turning point. Key thing is we're finding some support here on the point and figure chart. Stronger dollar just seems to be the theme. And of course, the Fed making comments about interest rate rises in December is helping that. Looking at the euro, we're not quite making new lows, so we are seeing the dollar making new highs, but the euro not quite making new lows this morning. But it is still bearish below the cloud short term, and we are just seeing that euro weakness continuing on the short-term chart. Of course, we still have quite a bit to do for the medium and long-term charts to turn bearish. The yen, we're seeing here the dollar really starting to surge through, and this is a long-term transition that we're seeing here. Medium-term bullish now and short-term bullish, so we are just seeing that dollar strength gaining there. And of course we're seeing sterling falling away, testing new lows against the dollar. Only really lows for the last few weeks, but we are just seeing that falling away and that downtrend there just gathering pace, so sterling looking weaker as well. Looking at sterling against the euro, fairly flat at the moment, and so holding on to the short-term bull trend just, but medium and long-term sterling still looks relatively weak. Against the Swiss franc, we're below the cloud now, that's still weak. And against the Australian dollar, sterling is actually looking a little bit stronger, so this is all about Australian dollar weakness at the moment. The S&P 500 closed back above the 2,500 level last night. The Nasdaq continuing its recovery, so that is looking better. And the Dow Jones also still holding its highs, as well as the Russell 2000 really moving much higher. A very big week for the Russell 2000, making new highs here. So the broader US market looking very strong indeed. The S&P future looking strong, just holding above the cloud, and the Nasdaq not much change yet this morning, so too early to say how we'll open today. The FTSE 100 just recovering yesterday through the cloud, and the FTSE 250 also just managing. The DAX looking surprisingly strong, holding on to its bull trend and just returning to medium-term bullish as well. And if we look at the Nikkei 225, also holding on to its bullishness as well. Hang Seng continues to look bearish, as does the Shanghai market. So we are just seeing China selling off a little bit there, and the Sensex recovering a little bit, but still bearish in the short term below the cloud. Australian market was up slightly, but still bearish with lots of downside targets in the short term. Brent crude just coming off the top here, did hit 59.50, and we're just seeing the prices coming back below the cloud, but we are still holding those 2-year highs on Brent. WTI not quite the same, not managing to make new highs, so a little bit of divergence there between the benchmarks. US nat gas back above $3 yesterday, jumped above the cloud, so we're looking a little bit better there. And copper just lying flat, really, having had moves above and below the cloud in the short term, so we're just trying to find a bottom here. If we take a look at gold, sitting at 12.79, so we're a bit bearish there. And if we look at silver, we're also bearish as well. Taking a look at US Treasury yields, jumping above 2.35%, so that's looking bullish as well. And then Apple just bearish below the cloud. Google looking very strong, sharp recovery there yesterday. Amazon not quite yet back into bullish, and Facebook just recovering, as is Microsoft. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.